Hello, welcome back if you're new here. Hi, welcome. My name is Charlotte. I'm a 25-year-old painter by trade and I knit. And I'm from Norway. And this is kind of my fall knitting plans. Now, I say kind of because I haven't really laid any plans for fall. I have laid a plan for knitting going forward. And that is what I want to get into in this video. So I guess let's just get started. Now I will have my phone on hand because I have the patterns that I want to talk about and some of my plans here on this. So let me just start by saying that I have currently knitted 21 items. And out of these 21 items, 7 of them was for myself. 2 of these 7 has been frogged and gonna be, the yarn is being repurposed for something else. Now, I don't know if these 2 things or these 2 yarns is gonna be knitted up for something for myself or something else. One is not a lot of quantity, one is maybe a t-shirt or a thin sweater quantity. I haven't really looked into that as much for now. But because of me being a notorious gift knitter, or at least have been thus far this year, I want to work a little bit on my own wardrobe. So I'm gonna be knitting for myself and what I will need what I will need going forward, which is a wardrobe. I want a functioning wardrobe with knits, meaning sweaters, t-shirts, jackets, maybe some like very light summery tops, being more of a sports bra or bralette stuff. And I also want to plan for the future, not necessarily my future, but the future, in a sense that when I sometime in the future have children, I also want them to have a knitted wardrobe. And being a knitter, I am very much looking forward to knitting something for my own child and their future siblings as well. So I have a big list. I have a bigger list for my future children than I have for myself. But we'll get to that. I just want to say it now. I am not currently pregnant. If you are my mother and you're watching this, no, this is not how I will tell you. I am not pregnant. But let's get into the patterns that I want to do. Now, I have a couple of things here in this that I've just hearted favorites in one of my apps. And the first pattern is basically the pearl sweater. I am making a video on that sweater right now. I've just finished filming the first intro for it. I have it right here. But that's a video that will be coming up soon. Everything will be its own video of obviously the pearl sweater, but I have started on this first item on my list, which is the pearl sweater, and I'm knitting it up in the Stora Alpaca Stark in the color 904, and Blue Jeans by Knitting for Olive, which is this. These are them together if you are curious, but again, a more in-depth video of this garment will be coming up. Now, this is the first sweater, like proper garment, like a nice sweater that I'm making for myself, and it is basically a stash busting without this, because I bought this mohair specifically for this project. But the stark is stash. So yeah, I don't really have a lot more left to say. It is a v-neck, and a v-neck is something that I really not only wanted to have, but also wanted to know pattern-wise, construction-wise. I just needed to know how to do it, and I want to get a more of an understanding how to do a v-neck versus a crew neck, which is most of the things that I have knitted. I also want to knit the Flurry Sweater. Now, the Flurry Sweater by Ull Knitwear is a nice chunky sweater, which can be like a crew neck or a mock neck or what's it called, a turtleneck, probably also a v-neck, depending on how you knit it. I don't really know what her options are for it, but it is knitted up on needle size 5.5 and 6 millimeter, and it has a great size range, sizes from 1 to 12. I don't know what that will be equivalent for, but I'm not sure. All of the knits that I end up actually knitting will have its own video, so this is just my thoughts and what I want to do. But I want a very basic Flurry sweater. I've seen it on YouTube before, and I've seen them do contrast colors. What are they called? It's Handmade with K and Callus Threads. Those twins. And I love their energy, and I've been following them on here for quite some time now, but I've seen them knitting both the cardigan version and the sweater version up. They have both chosen like contrasting colors. I don't really want a contrasting color, but I don't know if I want like a white or a cream or a white or a gray in the light colors. So they're low contrast, but there's something there, so it looks like it's just very marled or heathered. But that's something that I want, and I am imagining this as a sweater that I will be wearing when I am heavily pregnant. It feels so weird talking like this, like for the future someday. I don't know when, but I am imagining, so you have the picture here. So you see the Flurry sweater, and on this side profile, it has this seam going on the arms or below the arms, and I kind of want to see if I can widen that and make a long slit up the sleeve so it will make room for a very heavy pregnant belly. I've seen someone from Hip Knit Shop make such an adjustment on a sweater, and I really liked it, and I really want to do that. Also, there's this other sweater that I've seen, but I don't really know about that one. But that's the kind of adjustments that I want to do to that sweater. But that sweater, because of my thoughts around the adjustments, that will be further in the future of me making it. But there's that, like a light gray with a white or beige, cream. I don't know. I really like the cool tones of gray, but I do also really like the warmth of a beige or a cream paired with a white. So there's that. I am not really a vest person, but I can appreciate a good vest. So I have seen Vill i Vesten by Lene Knit, and it's this, it's a zipper sweater without sleeves. that is also knitted up with ribbing, all over ribbing, and with shaping. So you have this, the ribbing goes like this underneath the bust, so it gives you a great shape, and I really like that. It's like a perfect changing of seasons kind of garment, and I really liked it. I've seen it a lot in this app when I've just been just scrolling on it. It's catched my eye quite a bit, and I wanna do that. Moving away from this app, I'm sorry for talking down whilst looking down whilst talking to you. But I kind of want to think and talk at the same time. Okay, again, I have it on my phone, so I will be looking a little bit down. There is a couple of t-shirts that have caught my eye. And one of them is the Shoreline Tee by Ozetta. This is a saddle shoulder construction with all over cable work, but the cables aren't separated from columns of knits. So it's all over knits with some cables. And it looks like it has pickups all over, which is quite cute. I don't really like pickups in clothes, but it just gives this plain stockinette looking t-shirt something very interesting. It gives it just a little touch of something fascinating, which makes that just caught my eye. And it is shown in this lovely grayish brown, and I just really love it. I think it looks delicious. I really liked it. It's an oversized look with intriguing details, and I just really, really like it. So that's also on my list for this upcoming year. Also, the Lakes tee is something that I have thought a lot on, and another polo sweater that's, let me get to that afterwards. The Lakes tee, I haven't actually what's it called? All right, the Lakes tee. It's basically the Shoreline Tee without the cables. It's a basic t-shirt. And I need some basic t-shirts. I have already bought this pattern. It is soon to be cast on, simply because I need a basic t-shirt. Now, I do wear basic t-shirts, but it all have, this is like Gymshark, which is a shirt that shrunk in the wash. So I got it from my boyfriend. But I want my own clothes. I want to make my own clothes, and I want basic, a little bit oversized, but comfortable and warm because I am a cold person. And I want the Lakes tee. I want to try the saddle shoulder construction, so Lakes tee. Also by Ozetta, if I didn't say so. I do have some yarn that I have thought of for this, because I have like a dress quantity of one specific merino millimeter 3-ish yarn. So I'm thinking that black for this Lakes tee will be just great. Just absolutely great. All right, now the Moonset tee, also by Ozetta. It's made in pure silk, pretty sure. Yeah, pure silk from by Knitting for Olive. And it is this gorgeous, lightweight tee, V-neck, with I-cord edgings on both hem and on the sleeves. And it looks so gorgeous. Like the V-neck, it's not one like that. It's like this. Not like this. This. And I find that really cute. it's just cute and it looks casual, and I need it. And I'm thinking the same black for that, the same the same yarn for the Munta tee as for the Lakes tee, so the same black, just to have some variance. So that means that this is also a soon to be cast on. Also, I have some amazing, just great patterns. All right, sweaters. I don't have a lot of these. I have the twist loop sweater by Other Loops. I have seen this quite a bit, but it's not it was after I knitted up the twist loop top that I even started thinking about knitting the sweater version, because I really like the twist loop top, and I wouldn't mind a chunkier version of that sweater, that top, as a sweater. I think that would just be amazing for the winter and the autumn season. I know that Steady Knits is knitting up a twist loop sweater. That sounded wrong. Twist loop sweater. No, it's correct. Twist loop sweater. So used to saying twist loop top, but I've seen that Ali from Steady Knits has started to work on her version of that in like a pumpkin-y orange, and it just looks amazing. It looks so delicious, and I want it too. I don't know if I want it in that kind of orange, but I definitely want it in a color, not black or gray or beige or white. I want it in some sort of, maybe like a good rusty orange. I think that would look also quite great. Like a good warm, not red, but a rusty orange. I think that will look good in that. I have to look into some of the yarn. Hopefully some of these I can knit in heavy merino, because I want to try that yarn. I haven't tried that yarn. It's not available in my local yarn store. Moving on. Yes. I don't know if this sweater, yeah, it should be. Curvy cable sweater. Flurry. It's this, well, okay, so let me just talk about the pattern. It is a raglan sweater, but instead of just basic columns of knits on the raglan, it is a braid. And not only does the braid stop underneath the arm, it follows the body down. So you have this lovely basic raglan, but with the braid. And it's not like a normal braid, it's two braids, so it looks like a fishtail braid. And it's just gorgeous. I really, really love it, and it's obviously it's the ones in the front and the ones in the back, and they meet up underneath with just a little column of knits in between, and it's just yummy. It's just absolutely yummy. I really love that braid detail. It just captures the attention, makes it from a basic, I don't want to say boring, because I enjoy a basic pattern. I really enjoy it. I really like a basic project. I love it. I have nothing against stockinette. I do love cabling, and this pattern is just the best of both worlds. It is a basic raglan sweater with some cable work within the raglan stitches. What's not to like? Okay, so she knitted it up in Isager Alpaca 2 with Isager Silk Mohair. I don't really know what that will be equivalent to a DK. I don't know. Yeah, maybe DK. Think so. But yeah, this sweater is just lovely. I really, really love it. I want to knit it up. Next one on my list is something that is currently in test knitting. I stumbled upon this on Instagram like a week and a half ago, and I love it. It is the Moon Set Polo. It is, well, at least the picture that you can see here. Oh, this gorgeous, gorgeous charcoal tweed. If you have followed me here, you know that I really appreciate a good tweed. And this is just it looks like a thick, luscious, charcoal gray tweed with, zipper sweater, but without the zipper, so it looks like it's a polo. I love it. It's probably the yarn that had sold me on this particular pattern, but oh my god, I love this so much. It looks like a drop shoulder construction, but I don't know. Like I said, it is not out yet. It is test knitting right now. I did want to test knit this, but I misunderstood. I never test knitted for Rosetta. I really want to test knit it. Oh, I didn't mention it. It's by Rosetta. Someday I will test knit for her because she has so gorgeous designs. This is just the last one of them. Oh, I love it. I need it, and I will knit it. I could talk about that for so long, but I need to move on to some accessories. Now, I do not have a lot of accessories, but I have thought of more than I have on my list. The only thing that I have on my list is the Berlin scarf. I have seen Ali from Study knit this up like 3 times, and I saw her fall knitting plans, and she is planning on knitting another one. I need to knit this scarf. And I don't know if I need to knit this scarf for myself or because I think this will be a great Christmas present for my mother. Because my mother has way better taste in clothing than I have. She is a proper lady, and I think that she would appreciate the Berlin scarf. I really do. Like going out in the winter time with just a thick, luscious scarf such as the Berlin scarf, I think that she would look great in that yarn. No, that not yarn, but that scarf. I think it's perfect for her. So I'm gonna knit it up for myself, but with my mother in mind. So if she likes it, if she sees it sometime, and if she likes it, and was like, oh my god, I love this, can I have one? I could just give her that. Like, if I don't actually end up wearing it, because I'm not really a scarf girl. I'm more of a zipper sweater, kind of more laid back person. I'm not a fancy woman at all, but that Berlin scarf is just screaming to me. I need to knit it up for myself with my mother in mind, basically. To some non-fancy projects. This will be also further up in the future. I need to knit, or I don't need to knit, but I want to knit pillowcases and some cloths, or like kitchen rags. I want to knit some practical stuff for an apartment we're looking at. Because my boyfriend he really likes not only quality, but he wants something that he can rely on. And I absolutely understand that. So if I can knit something that he will be happy with, kitchen-wise or like household-wise, I will be very happy with that. So I want to knit some dishcloths. Now, I would love to try Knit Picks Dishy for this, but it's not available to me. I would have to buy it online, and I don't really feel like doing that for this particular kind of item. I want to use something that I can buy in a store here. And luckily, my friend Luca, I've already talked a little bit about him before, or I mentioned him before. Hi. He showed me the 2 variants of yarn that I can use for this specific project, or thoughts at least, that they have in store, at least in the store that he works at. And I am going to buy those. I just have to figure out what kind of color I want. But it will be later on. It will be like a side quest project later. But that's the thing. I want kitchen towels and I want dishcloths. That's what I want. I want that. I want to knit them. I want to try some new techniques. I want them to look good. And I need my boyfriend to be happy with them. I need them to be good absorbent. Because if there's one thing that my boyfriend does not like, it is kitchen towels that does not absorb fast. So I need to make that for him. For us. And pillowcases, I have not figured out any pattern. I just want pillowcases. I would love some cables. I don't think that I want any color work on these pillowcases, but I want cables that can be soft and nice for summer, and I also want them to be fitting for like a separate set that can be fitting for Halloween or fall season, autumn, and Christmas. That's the big one. I want some luscious red cable pillowcases for Christmas. I need it. And I need some soft and nice and airy pillowcases for summer. And I want some spicy, funny, funky pillowcases for fall season. And obviously I need some Easter pillowcases as well, but those will basically just be yellow. But that's the thing. So I need to rummage around on Ravalry to find something. If you have any cable work patterns for pillowcases, please send them to me. Please just comment. My Ravelry is down below. My Netflix. No, my Netflix is not down below, but my Instagram is also down below. Please add me and send them to me. Tag me. Anything. If you have suggestions, please let me know. I will be so grateful for that.